Question number 141. Match the role to its primary responsibility. Roles: 1. Business analyst. 2. Data analyst. 3. Data engineer. 4. Data scientist. Responsibilities: A. Develop algorithm to predict future trends from data. B. Maintain and optimize database performance. C. Transform and clean data for analytical use. D. Translate business needs into data requirements. Option A, 1B, 2D, 3C, 4A. Option B, 1D, 2B, 3A, 4C. Option C, 1D, 2C, 3B, 4A. Option D, 1D, 2A, 3B, 4C. The correct answer is option C, 1D, 2C, 3B, 4A. A business analyst translates business needs into data requirements. A data analyst transforms and cleans data for analysis. A data engineer maintains and optimizes database performance. A data scientist develops algorithms to predict future trends from data. Question number 142. Match each connector type with its appropriate use case. Connectors: 1. Excel. 2. Direct query. 3. Data flows. 4. SharePoint online list. Use cases: A. Connecting to data stored in SharePoint Online for collaborative analysis. B. Querying data in real time from relational databases without importing it into Power BI. C. Importing and transforming data from a spreadsheet. D. Preparing and storing data in the Power BI service for reuse across multiple reports. Option A, 1C, 2B, 3D, 4A. Option B, 1C, 2D, 3B, 4A. Option C, 1C, 2D, 3A, 4B. Option D, 1B, 2A, 3C, 4D. Correct answer is option A, 1C, 2B, 3D, 4A. The Excel connector is used to import and transform spreadsheet data. Direct query allows querying data in real time from relational databases without importing it. Data flows are used to prepare and store data in the Power BI service for reuse across multiple reports. The SharePoint Online List connector accesses data stored in SharePoint for collaborative analysis. Question number 143. To round each number in the price column to 2 decimal places in Power Query, use the blank space function in the custom column formula. Option A, Option B, Option C, Option D. The correct answer is Option A. In Power Query M, the number that round function rounds a number to the specified number of digits. Using number that round, price to rounds each value in the price column to 2 decimal places, which is ideal for currency formatting. Question number 144. You are giving the following statement. Select whether it is true or false. In Power BI, using a bidirectional cross-filter in relationship can always improve report performance by streamlining the filtering process between related tables. Option A, true. Option B, false. The correct answer is Option B, false. While bidirectional cross-filtering allows filters to propagate in both directions between tables, it doesn't always improve performance. In fact, it can increase model complexity, create ambiguous filter paths, and slow down DAX calculations, especially in large datasets. Bidirectional relationship should be used judiciously only when necessary for accurate filtering. Question number 145. Imagine you are a marketing manager creating a Power BI dashboard to track the performance of two different marketing campaigns. You have two reports, Campaign A performance and Campaign B performance, each with its own distinct color palette to represent different aspects of the campaign. You want to combine key visuals from both reports into a single dashboard with a professional dark theme. However, you also want to preserve the original colors used in the report to maintain consistency and visual clarity. Challenge: how can you achieve the consistent dark theme for your dashboard while retaining the original colors of the visual pinned from the two reports? Which action should you perform in the Power BI service to accomplish this? Option A, enable personalized visuals for the dashboard. Option B, apply a dark theme to each of the source reports, Campaign A performance and Campaign B performance. Option C, select the dark dashboard theme from the dashboard settings. Option D, create a custom theme with a dark background and import it into the dashboard. The correct answer is Option A, enable personalized visuals for the dashboard. Enabling personalized visuals allows end users to adjust the appearance of the pinned visuals on the dashboard, including background colors and themes, without altering the original colors of the report visuals. This way, you can apply a dark theme to the dashboard itself, while preserving the distinct color palettes of the visuals from both reports. Just a quick reminder, if you don't have time to watch these videos and instead download all questions and answers, feel free to purchase them on Buy Me a Coffee page. I have shared the link below. Question number 146. In a project aiming to streamline operational efficiency by automating routing data processing tasks, and creating a real-time analytics dashboard. Which role is primarily responsible for developing the data pipeline and infrastructure required for automating task ingestion and processing? Option A, Business Analyst. Option B, Data Analyst. Option C, Data Engineer. Option D, Data Scientist. The correct answer is option C, Data Engineer. The data engineer is responsible for designing, building, and maintaining the data pipelines and infrastructure needed to automate data ingestion, transformation, and storage, enabling real-time analytics and efficiency processing for dashboard and reports. Question number 147. You are developing a dataset in Power BI Desktop for analyzing employee performance metrics. The source data includes several columns with dates such as the start date and the end dates of projects. For projects that are ongoing, the end date is entered as December 31, 9999 to signify that the project has no current end date. The Auto Date Time feature is currently enabled in Power BI Desktop. For each of the following statement, select it if the statement is true, leave it unselected if the statement is false. Option A. The Auto Date or Time feature automatically creates hierarchies for year, quarter, month, and day for date columns in the dataset. Option B. Turning off the Auto Date or Time feature could lead to a decrease in the overall size of the dataset. Option C. It is possible to customize the start of the automatically generated date hierarchies to align with the fiscal year of the organization. The correct answers are Option A. The Auto Date or Time feature automatically creates hierarchies for year, quarter, month, and day for date columns in the dataset. Option B. Turning off the Auto Date or Time feature could lead to a decrease in the overall size of the dataset. The Auto Date or Time feature automatically generates hidden date tables and hierarchies, year, quarter, month, day, for each date column, which can increase the dataset size. Turning off this feature reduces the number of hidden tables, potentially decreasing dataset size. However, the start of automatically generated date hierarchies cannot be customized to align with the fiscal year. Customization requires a separate custom date table. Question number 148. In your Power BI project, you are managing a data model that includes these transaction tables with specified storage modes. Transactions Retail, Input Mode. Transactions Web, Direct Query Mode. Additionally, there is a time dimension table named dim date linked to both transaction tables. To optimize query performance across the data model, especially when retrieving combined data from both dim date and the transaction tables, you must decide on an appropriate storage mode for dim date. What storage mode should be applied to dim date to ensure efficiency query execution? Option A. Direct Query. Option B, dual. Option C, import. Option D, standalone. The correct answer is option B, dual. Setting the dim date table to dual storage mode allows it to act as import when queried with the transactions retail table and as direct query when queried with transactions web. This optimizes performance by enabling seamless interaction between imported and direct query tables without forcing expensive queries or data movement, ensuring efficient filtering and aggregation across the model. Question number 149. Imagine you are a data analyst who has created a Power BI report to track your company's sales performance. The report has 3 pages: overview, regional analysis, and product details. The overview page contains a KPI visual that shows the overall sales for the current quarter. You want to add a slicer to the report that allows users to filter the data by month, but you don't want the slicer to affect the KPI visual on the overview page, as it should always display the total sales for the quarter. Challenge: how can you configure the slicer to filter all the visuals in the report except for the KPI visual on the overview page? Which 2 actions should you perform to achieve this selective filtering? Option A. Add a report label filter for the month. Option B. Add the slicer to each page of the report and enable sync slicers. Option C. Edit the interactions between the slicer and the KPI visual to disable filtering. Option D. Create a bookmark that captures the unfiltered view of the KPI visual. The correct answers are option B. Add the slicer to each page of the report and enable sync slicers. Option C. Edit the interaction between the slicer and the KPI visual to disable filtering. To selectively filter visuals, first add the slicer to each page and enable sync slicers, so the slicer selection applies consistently across pages. Then, for the KPI visual on the overview page, edit the visual interaction and set the slicer to not filter it. This ensures the KPI always show total quarterly sales, while other visuals respond to the slicer. Question number 150. Imagine you are a financial analyst tracking monthly sales data for your company. You want to use Power BI to quickly identify any unusual spikes or dips in sales that might indicate unexpected trends or potential issues. You know that Power BI has a built-in anomaly detection feature that can automatically detect such anomalies in the data. Question: to enable the anomaly detection capability and have Power BI automatically highlight unusual fluctuations in your monthly sales data, which visual and axis configuration should you choose? Option A. Chart type, line chart. Chart configuration. Use a date field for the axis. Option B. Chart type, pie chart. Chart configuration. Enable cross-report drill through. Option C, chart type, tree map. Chart configuration. Select the show value as option. The correct answer is option A, chart type, line chart. Chart configuration. Use a date field for the axis. Power BI's anomaly detection works with time series data, which requires a line chart with a date field on the axis. This setup allows Power BI to analyze trends over time and automatically identify unusual spikes or dips in monthly sales. Pie chart or tree maps do not support time-based anomaly detection.